Greetings, my scattered brothers and sisters in the Lord. Trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know that His presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. We continue on with Elisha, and you'll recall that Elisha has received the ministry of Elijah, a double portion of his spirit. He's parted the Jordan River and crossed over, entering back into the promised land. He has healed the water at Jericho. Well, the Lord has healed the water through him. And now we come to one of my favorite stories about Elisha. And we pick it up in 2 Kings chapter 2, beginning at verse 23. From there, Elisha went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some boys came out of the town and jeered at him. "Get up, you baldy," they said. "Get up, you baldy." He turned around and looked at them and called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. And Elisha went on to Mount Carmel, and from there he returned to Samaria. Again, one of my favorite stories, as these boys are mocking Elisha for being bald. Now, we don't know whether Elisha was bald because he was just naturally bald, or whether he was bald because he had shaved his head, grieving for Elijah. But either way, he's bald, and these boys are mocking him. And he calls down a curse on them, and 2 bears come out of the woods and tear them up, 42 of them. Great story. Love this story. Also, did you notice they were saying, "Go up, you baldy, go up"? Now, maybe they were just telling him to get out of there, but probably they were mocking him in terms of, okay, you're the follower of Elijah. Let's see you go up to heaven like Elijah went up to heaven. Go up, get on out of here, get up to heaven just like Elijah did. And again, they might be mocking him in terms of, if you're really Elijah-like, let's see you go up to heaven in a whirlwind and chariots of fire. Or maybe they just want to get rid of him. And so get on up. We got rid of Elijah, you get on up too. Let's see the Lord take you out of here, and then we're done with you. Either way, they're mocking him. And to mock, to jeer, to taunt, the prophet of the Lord is like you're taunting the Lord himself. And so Elisha calls down a curse on them, and the Lord delivers on that curse, and 2 bears come out of the woods and tear up 42 of the boys. And then Elisha goes on. He goes on to Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel is where Elijah had his big victory over the prophets of Baal and called down fire, and the Lord answered and consumed the sacrifice. And then he goes on to Samaria, the capital city where the king's at. And so we see Elijah really entering into this ministry. Now, what do we do with the story? It's a little bit uncomfortable to think that the Lord would send bears after these 42 boys. But it's also a good reminder not to make fun of bald people. Okay, I think there's more going on than that. But here's the deal. When Elisha was respected and his word was adhered to, healing came. The waters of Jericho. And here Elisha is disrespected, and the word of the Lord is disregarded. And the outcome is they get torn up. And that the bears come out, the beasts come out, and tear them up. And the Lord vindicates his prophet. And so we're really kind of faced with a challenge here. Are we going to revere the word of the Lord, or are we going to diss the word of the Lord and mock the word of the Lord? And, the true fulfillment of Elisha is Jesus, the Word made flesh and dwelt among us. And when we receive Jesus, we discover healing and life. But when we diss Jesus, we discover that we get pretty torn up. And ultimately, there will be judgment when we diss the word of the Lord, the Word made flesh, Jesus. And so as we consider the story today, and as we consider, Elisha, the servant of the Lord, and when he's listened to, there's peace and there's healing. And when he's rejected, there's strife. You get torn up. You get mauled. It's a fresh challenge to me to make sure that I honor the word of the Lord, to make sure that I honor Jesus, to make sure that I listen and obey and that I'm trusting Jesus completely. Because if I if I reject, if I mock, if I think I can do things better, I'm going to get pretty torn up and ultimately miss out on life. So wherever you find yourself scattered today, one, don't make fun of bald people, but two, make sure that you honor the word of the Lord. Make sure that you honor Jesus. And as you do, you will discover deeper and deeper healing. And as also, realize that as you continue on the ministry of Jesus, as people honor you, so they honor the Lord. But as people reject you and you're living in the name of Jesus, they're going to find themselves torn up as well. Well, God bless. Have a great day wherever you find yourself scattered today, and honor the word of the Lord.